Well, thank you, Mr. Sherman. I don't know why I'm always getting gigged on the Cardinals relationship.
Well, your wife's a Cubs fan.
My wife's a Cubs fan. I'm sorry to tell you that, especially with the media here, so take that part out. But I will, this is not in my notes, but I have to say that Brooks and Mr. Sherman and I were in a meeting one day, and he was gigging me about my Cardinals relationship, and I, wear the hat and the whole thing. And I said, well, Mr. Sherman, let me just guarantee you, there's 2 Cardinal fans in this 3-person meeting. He goes, oh, no, there's not. There's just 3 of us here. I said, Brooks is from Sykeston, Missouri. He grew up a Cardinals fan. I had to rat Brooks out right in that meeting. Brooks, thank you. You mentioned earlier, it's been, I told Mr. Sherman he's been a real gentleman to deal with, as John has and the other ownership group. It's a great day for the state of Missouri and for Kansas City, right? Now, not many teams would start off an event like this by just 12 hours earlier having Michael Garcia steal home plate. Right, Bob Kendrick? That was a heck of a play. So that was a good way to get things started, and good luck. It's great to see my friend Bob Kendrick. He has, I tell everybody, it's one of the diamonds in all of America right here in Kansas City. And I'm grateful for his leadership and what he's done to bring the museum to a new level. So thank you, Bob, for doing that. We're grateful for the partnership with the Royals and the Hall family. Mr. Hall's always been very kind to me in various endeavors that we've had, and it is incredibly cool to see that this iconic location and campus is now going to be a part of this history. First, a shout out, and I'll explain a little bit more in just a minute. I brought my friend Speaker John Patterson with me, and I want you to know a few things about Speaker Patterson and the General Assembly, and as Mr. Sherman mentioned about the special session. You don't get things moved forward without a speaker. Your speaker comes from Kansas City. Your speaker co-sponsored the legislation that helped Kathy Nelson get the World Cup here. Your speaker is the one who said, let's get the Show Me Sports Act passed, and let's talk to these teams and make sure these businesses that we call economic development stay where they belong here in Missouri. And I can't thank Speaker John Patterson enough for his leadership. So thank you, Speaker. Of course, we're grateful to the entire Royals organization led by Mr. Sherman and Brooks and the entire ownership group. But I know the Royals leadership and staff have been very involved in multiple locations, multiple states, multiple complex decisions, and we're grateful for that. Mayor Lucas, thank you for you and your team in taking the leadership role in this. Mayor Lucas and Phil and I met multiple times trying to figure out what do we do to make sure that we keep these businesses here. Mayor Lucas quickly introduced me to Mario, who is he's his own crown in the center of the plaza there, Mario. But I had somebody earlier say, Quentin doesn't like this that you're doing and that. I said, these are relationships. I've been married for 36 years to a Cub fan, for God's sakes. And so we can figure things out. And there's certainly things that the mayor and I won't agree on, and it's just going to be the way life is. But on the things that we do agree on, we agree to work together on to make them happen. And so, Quentin, I really am grateful for your leadership. And the Honorable Mr. Sherman and I appreciate what you've done. And now to the Honorable Don Hall, thank you for your eloquent remarks. Your family history, I tell people about it all the time. It's unbelievable. And even though my wife might like some other baseball team, which will now remain nameless, she's the biggest fan of the Hallmark movies. So there you go. It's perfect to be here with all of them. We've got our DED team here, led by Michelle Hadaway and Mark Stombaugh. They worked very hard with the ownership group to try to make sure the right mix came together. Because as I've said all along, anytime I've been on any kind of radio show or press or anything, these 2 opportunities that we had in front of us with these 2 sports teams are no different than any other business. We got to make sure it's a good return on investment for Missourians, for the Kansas City family, and for, what we're going to put together as a package, just like we would a business who said that I would like to move here or move out or do whatever we wanted to do. We have economic development tools that we use to be competitive. And our DED team certainly knows how to collaborate with industries, showcase the kind of creative momentum that continues to move the state forward. We're proud to see organizations with deep Missouri roots working together to create new opportunities here and strengthen our economy and reinforce the pride so many feel for communities that they call home right here. Today's announcement is years of work by multiple folks that I just recognized, but it's also possible because of the work of the Missouri General Assembly, as we talked earlier. Last year, the Missouri General Assembly came together, House and Senate, 9 nonpartisans passed the Show Me Sports Investment Act. And we think that was an economic development tool that we would use for any team that's willing to make this type of investment, this type of facility to be built. And we think that it's a great investment for Missouri's taxpayers because this does not affect any existing programs. There's people that say, well, if you do this for them, then it's just like, as I explained earlier, it's like any other economic development tool. If the Royals were not here, we'd have zero. And so these tools are designed about keeping those revenue streams and those income flows here. And that makes it a net positive for the state and for the investment. And again, we're grateful for the legislature in both House and Senate and Speaker Patterson and his leadership on this and many other Kansas City issues. You know, Kathy, you just got a huge award, Kathy. You should be telling everybody about the award she just got. Kathy Nelson came to me when we were she was filling out this 700-page application for World Cup, or it was 800 pages. It was insane. And I was in the Lieutenant Governor's office at the time, but we worked with tourism a lot. We worked with the arts a lot, Mr. Hall. That's how you and I met. And she said, we have this little thing. We got to pass a piece of legislation. I don't know how that all works, but we just got to waive sales tax on the tickets. And I'm like, well, that works very tough, and it's not easy. And so 2 people I would give credit, J.J. Rizzo in the Senate, Kansas City and Independence, and John Patterson stepped up to the plate in a bipartisan House and Senate manner to get that passed. And Kathy, I would think that was one of the biggest things that helped you land the World Cup. So people can work together when they have differences. Our 2 chambers can work together, and we're excited to have the World Cup here coming. I was super happy that Mr. Sherman recognized Bridget Williams. I have a different nickname for her, but I won't say it with all the media here. Okay? It's great. Yeah, okay. It's all right. It's Beyonce. So she gave me permission, and that's it. Mr. Hall, I'm grateful you pointed out the cathedral or the steeple on top of the church, because as much trouble as I get from my friend Mr. Sherman and my friend the mayor, my daughter's getting married at that church. And so, you know, there's a Kansas City connection for the Kehoe family. We have 3 weddings in 16 months. That's a different story. Yeah, it's not good. This world-class stadium will embody the Royals, an enduring part of our identity, bringing together and showcasing the strength, pride, and spirit of our state on truly a national stage. Their presence downtown will drive meaningful economic activity from job creation and tourism to supporting small businesses, which benefits not just the Kansas City region, but it has communities across the state. The ripple effect from this facility will truly be far-reaching into rural Missouri and other parts of the state, for the Royals fans and for the people who want to come here as part of the entertainment. Mr. Sherman said to me, every time I talk to him, I want a Battery Park type experience. And I went and saw Battery Park in Atlanta, and this is going to exceed that. And it's all credit to you and your vision. And Mayor Barnes, thanks for telling him to think bigger, because he thought a lot bigger, and it really worked out well. We are really proud to support the efforts of Missourians and make sure that this investment represents what we think is a good fiduciary responsibility from the legislature and truly keeps a legacy organization here in Missouri, along with another legacy organization who we just heard's grandfather came down on a train 115 years ago and decided to stay here. That's what makes Kansas City a great city. That's what's going to catch the world as we go into the World Cup with the exposure we give the city, and that will be the gateway into this new complex for the rest of the world to see what great things are happening in Kansas City. We are super proud to be a small part of this, and we are thankful that we had all the investment we did from all the other partners, including the city of Kansas City. So God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks again to the Royals and the ownership group and all the partners that put this together. Again, this is a great day for Missouri, and it's an awesome day for Kansas City.